For this series, we are going to talk about our front grand jeté, or our leap in second. So we are going to begin by discussing the 4 alignments or the 4 assessments that we can do to make sure our dancer is strong in their leaps. The 4 assessments that we're going to talk about are, first, finding that full rotation in our straddle position. So a lot of times dancers, when they brush their leg up for the leap in second, they end up bringing their leg completely to the side and closing off that hip space. The first thing that we want to do is have them find their actual rotation, which is usually just a little bit forward, and then rotating those legs so that we're trying to show that blue hamstring panel underneath. Knowing that we're fully activating our inner thigh and our glute together to rotate into that position. So that's the first assessment we're going to do and the first exercises in our series. For the second part, we're going to talk about the rotation in that second leg. So as Abby goes into her leap, she's going to be here. If she does not fully square her hips to the front, that first leg can brush up and it can be fully rotated and gorgeous and strong, but that second leg is going to have trouble. So brush your second leg up to ala secan towards me. Yep. So if she comes out, so say her first leg's going forward, this one's going to have to be here and then rotate in the air. So a lot of times when that happens, the dancer really struggles to fully find that rotation because it comes up kind of internally rotated, and then in the air in that jump, they have to start to find that rotation, as opposed to drawing that leg up rotated right from the beginning of the leap. Our third assessment is going to talk about the core and the upper body of the dancer. So Abby's going to go into her straddle on the side as if she's sitting, not holding herself over it. And then she can find easy rotation here when her body is straight up and down. But if she starts to lose strength in her core, or she starts to angle her body forward, which a lot of dancers do to think they get that leg up higher, then she starts to rotate those legs internally and it closes off a lot of space in her hips. So for our dancers, they feel like they're getting higher. They get a little bit more momentum because the body's leaning forward, but it does close off that space. Whereas if they could sit upright, they could really find that rotation right away in the alignment. And then the fourth assessment is going to be squaring the body off to the front, like we talked about in assessment number 2, but also finding the momentum from our preparation, and instead of continuing the momentum forward, to start to draw that momentum straight up. So a lot of times when a dancer is doing their leap, their momentum's going this way, and then the leap continues to go in that direction. Instead, for our fourth assessment, we're going to talk about drawing the momentum this way, and then as we square off the hips, changing that momentum to go straight in the air to find additional height, and then give your body time to fully develop that extension.